I genuinely think this cruise ship is one of the best in the industry, and I'm gonna show you exactly why in this full tour. Hey y'all, it's Abby, and MSC did a fantastic job with World America, and there are so many things that we can learn from this ship. First off, I'm gonna be kind of talking through some of my thoughts as to why I love this ship, and also giving some insights on some of the venues we're gonna see. So make sure to follow along for all the video so you can see all the highlights and get some of my thoughts on exactly why this ship is so magnificent. Starting off, have you tried the MasterChef Interactive event? It is fantastic. It's a lot of fun to watch and partake in if you get the chance. Now, with MSC World America, this is incredibly innovative. Pizza and burger is a great example. You know when you go to the buffet and you're really just wanting like a pizza or a burger, you just want something classic, you have one specific spot. Now, yes, some other ships have like a pizza spot, but you have a little bit more variety here. And that's not it. You have like the soda machine, you have a hangout area, I mean, you even have board games and whatnot, so it's a mix of like a diner atmosphere, but with convenience. Now, the Promenade-esque area, this is the World Galleria, and you're going to find so many different things, but look at this screen, y'all. The video does not do it justice. It is absolutely stunning, and as you saw, it's a video of all of this wildlife up above. Absolutely beautiful. Now, Jean-Philippe is actually my favorite place every morning, and I mean every single morning. For breakfast, I would go here and get a few crepes. I took some chocolate home for all of my family and friends. This is something you have to try. Now, with any promenade concept, you're gonna have like the shopping galleries and whatnot. But here's what I really like is guest services is here, shopping is here, you find the excursions here. Almost everything you need is here. From food and bars, lounges, there's just so much here, so it's almost like you don't even need to leave the World Galleria. And they made a really good way of navigating through it too that we're gonna see later in the video. Another great thing is we have all of the complimentary main restaurants bundled in an area over here. There's some variety and it's actually just stunning to look at. And I did not personally try it. I actually stuck to specialty restaurants for this particular trip, but I will be going back on this ship and I will probably try it just so I can see how it is. Now, kind of going back to the World Galleria, this was one of my favorite things to do, and at the hub you can get a photo of your iris actually and like print it or get a frame or anything like that. It is a really cool experience. It's like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I tried it. I have like a little art display with it. Pretty cool. Another thing, now this is slightly controversial. They have some of the specialty restaurants here in the Galleria. Some people like this, some people don't. I find that the more open it is to like the walkthroughs, it can be a little bit louder. But for certain restaurants, I feel like that kind of feeds into the ambiance of it all. Like Hola Tacos, for instance. This one is an a la carte restaurant, which is actually really cool. But I feel like when you're in like a lively, upbeat restaurant, hearing that background noise isn't necessarily so awkward. Now, I think what's really nice about MSC World America is just how elegant and modern it is. But the other thing too is they really utilize the space well. For example, this bar right here, Masters of the Sea, it's a 2-story venue. It really just makes it feel larger. The theater is a nice size. I do think it's a little bit small, but I like that it all just surrounds, but it doesn't fully go all the way around, so like everyone has a good view is what I mean. Now, you do have a variety of shops. Of course, you're gonna have like a main shop, like a duty-free kind of esque shop, but then you're also gonna have like your luxury jewelry and all of that. I do have a separate video on the casino. If you're interested, I will link it up above. The Panorama Lounge, this is stunning, and my biggest regret on this sailing was not going to more events here. This is kind of the coolest venue in the whole entire ship, in my opinion, because they make it feel very interactive and it's so gorgeous when they put on a show because they have all these colors and all these abilities to really make it feel even more like 3D interactive, just a really nice atmosphere. Now the MSC Spa, I stand by this opinion, but based off of some of the ships that I've been on, I do genuinely think MSC has some of the best spa experiences out there. And this particular one is a top 3 for me. For sure. The pool is just so beautiful, but it's also the amount of like specialty rooms that they have. I spent so much time in here, y'all. It was genuinely so relaxing. It did feel a little crowded at times, but I think there's pros and cons, right? When it's such a beautiful spa like this, everyone wants to spend time in there, so I don't blame them. You have a variety of showers, saunas, you even have cold and hot plunge pools, and actually, I love cold plunges. Comment down below if you agree. Maybe I'm crazy, but there's something about it that is just so refreshing, and it just kind of revitalizes me and helps me just like wake my body up so I can really get my day going. They also have, of course, like the hair salon, nails and stuff. We did see like the barber shop in the World Galleria, which I think is pretty cool. That's for the gentlemen who want to get their hair done and all of that. Outside near here, we do have the Zest Juice Bar if you just want a quick top me up, just to revitalize. And then we are going to see the loft. Now, with the Galleria, this is something that I noticed on some ships, is sometimes you have so many venues on a particular floor, and with the layout, it's actually hard to like get through. So sometimes you have to like go down a floor to get across and then go back up. They actually had a really great idea with this, which is this little like back alley kind of area where it feels a little weird. You almost feel like you're not supposed to go down this way, but you can. And it's a great way to get to the other side of the ship without having to go up and down the decks. Love it. It was a great idea. The loft here is another bar, but this is also where they're going to host karaoke. Now, I will give you a tip. This gets packed. They actually have a line outside the door before karaoke starts. So I highly recommend getting there early so you can get a good seat. Now, if you're not necessarily into like the pub themed bars, you do have more like cocktail wine bars instead. You got some different views of the ship, you get a little bit of outdoor seating as well, so you can switch up the vibe a little bit here. And I think something else that I really like about MSC World America is there's a lot of different styles. Like everything is generally modern, new, refreshing, but you just have like slightly different venues and places that you can hang out. Italy, I love this. It's a play on words and it's great. This was, I think, the first restaurant I went to and I enjoyed it a lot. So I do definitely recommend trying out some of the specialty restaurants. They were worth my time. Now, here we have our beautiful aft views. We have our slide. We have some nice little venues out here. You can get some sweet treats, and there's also like a sports bar out here too. I love cotton candy, by the way, so if you want cotton candy, you can get that here. But the sports bar is very popular. Paxos is like a Mediterranean restaurant. I did spend an evening out here. What's really cool is we saw that display of fish. Actually, you have the opportunity to pick exactly what fish you want, which I've never heard of on a cruise ship before. So that's a pretty cool opportunity. The Botanic Garden Pool. As you can see, it is stunning. I love the atmosphere. Therefore, it's also pretty popular, but I just love this theme. It's like a solarium, but they do open up the roof when it is a really pretty day. And this is going to actually be right next to the main pool deck. You have a couple of hot tubs out here. Of course, you got your main screen and the bars, everything you need to have a good pool day you have out here. And this is also where they host White Night. If you've never been on an MSC cruise before, make sure you pack white. It is a big deal for this day. The MSC Yacht Club is a suite exclusive area. It's going to have a restaurant, pool deck with a bar, concierge, suite lounge, everything you need. MSC does a great job with the Yacht Club. It's really sophisticated and it's all in its own hub, so everything is super accessible. Now, the gym. The gym is the gym, so I'm actually going to use this as an opportunity to talk about some of the things that I do and don't like about the ship overall. One thing I really liked is attention to detail. A lot of little things that I feel like MSC took from other cruise ships. I'm not going to name names. They took some of the things that were really good on other cruise ships and just combined it all together, added it, made it even better, and that's what World America is right now. So I think there's just so much fun packed into this ship. MSC here, we have all of these activities that we're looking at on the screen. MSC does a fantastic job with the kids clubs. Each of the age groups have their own venues, their own activities, plus they have all of these other activities that they have access to, and it's all close together. It's like this little hub, and they're always gonna have a good time. I mean, the F1 race cars are super fun, and the activities that MSC have are just top notch. They have such a wide variety, and they have packages too, so you can make sure that you get all the fun for actually a relatively decent price. Like, I feel like other cruise lines would definitely be charging way over the top here.
So we are here in the harbor. So this is where all of like the entertainment activities are. So I'm super excited to check this out. I haven't really checked this part of the ship out yet. My gosh, it is windy though, as you can see. So wow, this is absolutely crazy. So we have a couple slides here. We have all of this ropes course. My gosh. So I gotta say, I'm pretty impressed. I mean, look at that aft view. Pretty darn cool. And then we have right behind me the jaw drop. So that's gonna be the slide that takes you all the way down.
All of these activities you are seeing here are part of the packages, but you can also just pay for them individually. And like I said, these prices are pretty reasonable, at least compared to some of the other cruise lines. And you have such a wide variety, so there really is something for everyone. We have the F1, but we also have the cliffhanger, which I gotta say, I was really nervous at first, but if you are up for it, I highly recommend the swing over the ocean. By the way, there's also a secret here in this telephone box. So the only thing I'm gonna tell you is it's in the World Galleria, and you're gonna wanna socialize on this cruise and receive a special token. That's all I'm gonna say. Thanks so much for watching. I hope this video was helpful and informative for you. If it was, make sure to like and subscribe to stay up to date on all things cruising. I'll see you in the next video. Bon voyage!